imagine a studio.
You know that feeling, right? The room is finally completely quiet. No sound, no movement. But inside your head, it is so loud. It's deafening. You got thoughts overlapping, memories just stuck on repeat, and all these questions that have no answers, and they just won't stop.
It's a feeling I think we all know way too well. But why does this happen? Why is it that the second everything else goes silent, our mind decides to turn the volume all the way up? Well, that's what we're going to get into. Let's really dig into the science behind this overthinking loop.
Okay, so to really get to the bottom of that question, we have to start with this. Well, it's kind of like a powerful illusion our brain creates when we're all alone with our thoughts. It all comes down to this: why silence feels so incredibly loud.
So here's the crazy part. Your thoughts didn't actually get louder. Nope. The world around you just got a whole lot quieter. Think about it. That internal monologue, it was always there, just kind of simmering under the surface all day. But it's drowned out by, well, everything. All the external noise. So when that finally disappears, your thoughts are all that's left to listen to.
There's actually a term for this: silence amplification. And it's a great way to think about it, because it's not that your thoughts are suddenly attacking you. It's more like they've just been handed the microphone. They have the stage all to themselves now. And without anything else to focus on, where does your brain turn? It hones right in on your own inner world.
I mean, just think about the difference between your day and your night. During the day, you're juggling endless distractions, constant tasks, all this external noise. But then at night, poof, all of that just fades away. And what are you left with? Total silence, all this mental space, and a brain that's basically saying, all right, I'm ready to start processing now. And that is what can trigger something we can call the nighttime cognitive flood. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like your brain's cleanup crew is finally clocking in for their shift. All those worries, little ideas, and memories that you just shoved to the side during the day, they all come rushing forward, demanding to be sorted. Yeah, it feels totally overwhelming, like an attack, but it's really just the brain's natural way of playing catch-up.
Okay, so we've established that the setting, the quiet, is a huge part of this. But what's the real reason our brain kicks into overdrive like that? Well, it all boils down to one single fundamental drive: the search for safety. See, at its absolute core, the human brain is a problem-solving machine. Its number one job, above all else, is to keep you safe. And to do that, it's constantly scanning your world, analyzing everything, trying to solve problems before they even happen. It's always preparing for what's next.
And this powerful drive to solve problems, it can lead to something we call the uncertainty loop. Here's how it works. When your brain bumps into an unresolved issue, like that tough conversation you know you need to have, or a big decision you're just not sure about, it can't just let it go. Instead, it puts that thought on a loop, turning it over and over and over again, desperately searching for a solution.
And this is so important to understand. That looping pattern, the thing we call overthinking, isn't a weakness. It's not a sign that your brain is broken. It's actually a sign of a brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's a search for safety. It's actively trying to protect you.
But here's where things can get a little tricky. That search for safety, it can really easily spiral, creating this powerful cycle that just feeds on itself. We're talking about the overthinking feedback loop, and it's powered by one very simple but incredibly powerful thing: fear. So let me introduce you to the thought-fear loop. You can think of this as the engine that gives overthinking all its horsepower. See, the initial thought itself, that's not really the problem. The problem is our emotional reaction to that thought. The second we react with fear or anxiety, we send this really strong signal back to our brain. Let's break down exactly how this works. Step 1. A random, unresolved thought just pops into your head. Step 2. You react, maybe with a jolt of fear or a wave of anxiety. Step 3. Your brain picks up on that fear and interprets it as a real, genuine danger signal. And so, Step 4. To save you from this danger it thinks is real, what does it do? It generates even more thoughts to try and solve the problem. And boom, just like that, you're stuck in the loop. Now, once this loop gets going, your brain can shift into what's called hyper-monitoring mode. And what's wild is, it feels like you're losing control, but it's the opposite. Your brain is becoming hyper-focused on what's happening internally. It starts scanning every single thought, looking for potential threats, and that is why those thoughts can suddenly feel so intrusive and just relentless. But it gets even deeper. What's really fascinating is that this whole intense mental spiral, it's not just in your head. Oh no. It is directly and powerfully connected to your body, which creates, you guessed it, another feedback loop.
This one is called the body-mind loop. Okay, so it starts with a physical feeling. Maybe your chest gets tight or you notice your breathing is really shallow. Your problem-solving brain immediately senses this and jumps in, asking, whoa, why do I feel like this? Is something wrong? And that frantic search for an answer, it just generates a brand new wave of anxious thoughts, which of course can make those physical feelings even stronger. It's a vicious cycle.
So, let's take a step back. When you put all these pieces of the puzzle together, the silence, the brain's search for safety, and all these feedback loops, you start to get a much clearer picture. And the picture isn't one of a broken brain. It's the picture of a very, very protective one.
All right, let's tie this all up with a bow. Why do your thoughts feel so loud? Well, number one, silence gets rid of all the distractions. Number two, your brain hates uncertainty and demands answers. Number three, your fear reaction basically keeps the whole system switched on. And number four, your body sends out physical signals that your mind scrambles to explain.
But if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. Overthinking, as intense and as awful as it feels, is not danger.
What it is the sound of a brain trying to protect you by understanding everything. It's a brain trying to make sense of a really uncertain world. Think of it like this. It's a feature, not a bug.
So, the next time you're in the quiet and your mind starts to feel loud, maybe, just maybe, you can see it a little differently. Those thoughts, they aren't attacking you. They're searching. They're a search party sent out by your brain looking for a sense of safety.